So let's take a look today at using tech tricks. This one specifically is when using sheets, which you could apply in using Excel. So impressive spreadsheets can be really fun. They don't have to be stressful. Have you ever wanted to do something with your data and make it a little more exciting, show some visual representation of what you've done? You can make some magic happen with this by turning that kind of data into this, and it will do it for you. You don't have to go through each cell and make it yourself. Let's take a look. Okay, learners, let's do a bit of... Okay, learners, let's learn about conditional formatting today. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this chart. This is a bunch of made up data, but we're going to look at it and we're going to learn how to do conditional formatting in sheets. You could do something similar if you were on Excel, but using sheets, this is how you do it. So I'm going to highlight the data and I'm going to go to the formatting, and I'm going to do conditional formatting. Now, a lot of the formatting will obviously just jump to it. And so we want to make sure we're doing things correctly here. So it's B2 to E11, which is the area that I selected, or just slightly more. I could always change that if I wanted, or I could reselect. Right now, it's formatting if it's not empty, but I don't want it to do that. I'm gonna do less than or equal to, and I'm gonna put in my first indicator. So my first one is gonna be 29,999. That is going to be what I'm selecting, but I don't want it to be green. I want that to be red. I want that to be below my level, saying that it's the lowest of the quantities. So that's one of them. But then I'm going to add another rule, and I'm going to say with that same area, I'm going to say less than or equal to, is between. Okay, so I'm going to go is between, and I'm going to say I'm going to add another rule. Again, it jumps up right away with something, but we don't want to do if just it's not empty. I'm going to go is between. What does it need to be between? I want to go higher than 29,999 because that's where I was. Now, I chose to do that because I'm looking for 30,000 and above, and you have to choose what it goes between. And again, you want to go through and you want to make sure it goes, you need the numbers to be between the correct numbers. So if you had decimals or something like that, you might need to add 0.999. In my scenario, I do not have numbers between those, but I added the decimals anyways. And again, I'm not going to make that green. I'm going to say that's yellow. And these are default ones. You can custom make your own, and we'll do that in a moment. I'm going to now add another rule. So this time, I'm going to go between. And this time, what did I end with? I did 49.99. And I'm going to go now between 50,000 and 74.99. And that is going to be marked as green. And then I can add that one in. I can add another rule, and I can say if it's equal to or above, greater than or equal to, and I can create my own style. So you can do one of these defaults, or you can click custom format. It's taking a moment for it to load. If I want to make a custom format, I can choose my own fill color. Now, because all of those are somewhat muted as far as the colors, I might play around. If this is going to be blue, for example, I want to make sure it's also that shaded similar color so that it's not something very different than the others. So if I want something that's greater than or equal to 75,000, for example, I want it to turn blue. And that looks, if I'm looking at each of the colors, I want to see the red, the yellow, the green that are default, and that my blue matches that. You could come back over to the color and you could change. You could come back over to the colors and you could change it. Maybe you want it to be a little different, or maybe you would like it to be a little darker. It is your choice how you want to make. It is your choice how you want to make each of these colors fit. And I like this one the best. So I'm going to click done. So now I know that I could go in here and change one of these and it will match. So if I want to change this to 53,789, instead of being yellow, now it has changed to green. So it will just automatically change that data. You could also go through these and change it to make this larger. So if you wanted to add a few more columns, maybe you would say G23. And so you would make that category larger. So now this one, the red category, is looking at all of the cells between B2 and G23 that are less than or equal to 29,999. And you would have to go through and match all of them. I would want to make this one also be, it was what, G23? So I want to make sure each of them match so that it would work if I added any data to the other columns, they would also match. So now if I wanted to maybe add a fifth quarter, and this data became, let's say 43,260, it will automatically give that data a color so that you can visually look at your data and know what things are meeting your standards, are below standards, or even above. Now you've gotten a chance to see how to do conditional formatting in Sheets or maybe even Excel. Try it out. I can't wait to see what you make.